Hey guys, Rich Pasini here, your eBay power seller. Today I want to share a little friendly reminder shipping tip, and I'm just putting it out there, and I hope you guys will, get a takeaway from it. What I have over here, this morning I got an order, for one of these. Now you're probably saying, okay, what is this? The Sony FM clock radio. It's the ICF CIT. Now, the problem is, when it comes to shipping, I know a lot of people say shipping is very easy, and it is very easy. But when you have two identical things, I'll check this out. All right, they're both identical, right? Okay. Look at one versus the other. This is a mirrored one, and this is just a regular one with a smoke tint front end, glass, cover, if you want to call it that. Now, if I wasn't paying attention, I didn't have my morning coffee, I would end up sending this one to the buyer when they're supposed to be getting this one. Now over here, the reason I'm bringing this out to your attention is because sometimes if you're not paying attention, if you're rushing or whatever, or you got distractions, someone's talking to you about something, and you're not thinking, you go into the warehouse and you pull out the particular item you're looking for, it's supposed to be shipped out, and next thing you know, you sent the wrong one to the buyer. Okay, now therefore it doesn't look good on your part, because now you got to contact the buyer and say, dear buyer, can you please send it back? I sent you the wrong one, and it's going to cost you more money because you're paying the return shipping and so on and so forth. So it becomes a nightmare. So anyway, what I want to do is I just want to share a little tip with you guys, another little thing I want to share with you guys, how I like to ship. Okay, and believe it or not, it does show, it does reflect in your feedback on eBay. Now, if you're a person like me, it's a power seller and also a top rate seller, I want to make sure I do right by my buyers. My buyers are my number one priority, especially when it comes to selling on eBay. So, I want to do right by them. Now over here, let me just switch over here to this camera here, this one here, if I can get it to work. My switching unit is a little off, so it doesn't seem to be working right just yet. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on for a second, guys. I can't keep too many things on this window here. Let's go here. Okay. All right. Here you can see I have that unit. This is the one that the buyer is getting, and I always like to give it a last once over before I wrap it up in plastic. I got to keep plastic here. I got the box here, and so on and so forth. But one of the most important things, and it's a little tip, okay, if you guys don't, if you want to do it, whatever, you could always print out a little operational sheet here. Now, I know a lot of you might say, well, I don't know, you might think it's too much trouble to go through that there, but believe me, folks, in the end, it's going to pay off. It's going to help, because I'll tell you why. Let's get the switch back again. My system's really delayed over here, as you can see here. I got 4 different cameras here, webcams that is. Anyway, what had happened was I sold electronic things like this in the past, and what happens is when the buyer gets it, they will contact you and say, how do you set the timer? How do you set the dim switch on there? And a whole bunch of other things. So what I do is, to circumvent that problem, is I print out the sheet right over here. I print it out. I go to the website. There's a site I used to talk about. It's called manualslib.org. And for the most part, the majority, they have a majority of the user guides, where it's like a quick guide, only a 2-pager, which I did double-sided back to back, And what can it take? It takes a little time out of your day to print it up. I have another one. Now this one here, this particular one in plastic, goes for the one I just showed you. It's a different model, believe it or not. One's got the reflector on. This one here, this model here is the, what's it for 1 second here. All right, I'm just looking over here right now. This is the C, the one that's going to the buyer is this. This is the CIT. And this one over here with the reflected mirror on it, this one is the ICF C1. Let me get my, whatever, I put my magnifying glass. This is the C1. The printer's so small, look at that thing. I mean, well, if you got good vision, you could see it. But yeah, this is the C1. And this one will go with that. What you see here is a whole bunch of sheets I print out. Okay, operational sheet. Whenever possible, especially with electronics, just a little tip. Because I'm telling you, folks, if you sell electronics, you may have experienced it and you may have not. But let me tell you something. For me, it's worth the time and effort to put in there. This way, the buyer is happy too, because now it's like they don't have to contact you. And people say, well, suppose the buyer throws it out, discard it. Well, okay, so they discard it. At least you did your due diligence by giving it to them. You gave them the you supplied that operational sheet, because to be honest with you, a lot of people might not know how to set this up. Okay. But it's a good thing I checked, because I went to the storage facility and I said, which one was it again? I know I'm selling two of them, well now minus one, but this one here is the one that they're supposed to be getting, not that one. I don't know if it's a better model. I think they will, maybe more, some more have more bells and whistles than the other. All right, the other thing I like to do is when it comes to shipping stuff out, I like to print out the packing slip. I print out two packing slips here. One for me, the one with the more paper here is because I write little notations on it, okay? How much it weighed, or how much it's costing, and when it's being sent out. This one here goes to the buyer. And with that, I always keep over here, let's go back to this camera over here. I got this little thing I made up here. Well, I keep these little stickers in a sticker, they're not even stickers to be honest with you. Little things here. I go over here, let's go to cam one here. This one here, you see this one here? It says shop RJ Pasini for great deals. You can't see, I'm covering my finger, see? I print that out, then I print out this side up, right? This is the one I always send with it, okay? Then I got this one here for electronics, and I got this one here for electronics as well. Most likely I'm going to use this one here. This one here is not bad. It says sensitive to electronic devices. I mean, I could put this on as well. It doesn't matter. But what I do is, with this one here, I always print these out. They're done on paper, you know, regular my color printer. And what I do is, I don't staple these here. What I do is, I got to tape this pencil here. And you're wondering, why do I do that? Why do I tape it rather than staple it? Well, I'll tell you why, folks. I don't want my buyer to pinch their fingers when they're looking at it, okay? Protects them. All right? And once you get that there, I got this here. I got to take one of these off here. All right. I got the box already here too. All right. A lot of the labels I really don't use too much. I mean, I use them. Don't get me wrong. I use them, but like these here, I haven't used these in a while. These are the ones I have to print up a lot, because these go. This is my little way of advertising. Matter of fact, I got down to one. This is, like I said again, this is the one I showed you before. The shop RJ Pasini for great deals. Those are the stickers I usually make. You know, I print on my color printer. And I'm going to do this later. I'll put this over here for time being. And when I say about giving it the once over, I'll leave this over here for a second. I have a little clean rag over here. Okay, and I use this. Yes, I do use glass cleaner, but it's diluted. All right. And what I want to do is, before, give it a light little, not too much, before I send it out, let's give it a little once over like this here. Take off any dust that was on it. Okay. Because when the buyer gets it, I want it to get it looking good. I don't want no dust on it, and I don't want the buyer to say something like, I received it today, it had all dust on it. Just a very light little touch on here. You know, you want it to look good. And this is how I ship my stuff out, folks. And if you don't believe me, like as far as like, you know, you might say you go through all this effort here, does it really make a difference? Go look at my feedback on my eBay listings, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, you'll know what I'm talking about then. All right, and then the other thing I like to do before, don't mind that noise, that's my chair, by the way. I always have to keep plastic around. Okay, I don't know if you guys do this here. I do. I like to wrap everything up in plastic before I ship it out. Too much of it, I'll just take it like this for the time being. I don't want to make this too long, this video. I know it's going to be long as it is, but all right, keep that over there like that, and try to grab it without touching anything here, especially the face. You just cleaned it. You want to keep it nice and shiny for the buyer, like that. Now, when it comes to, I can fix that here. When it comes to these things here, like this here, folks, if you have it, let me see if I got over here. Maybe I could just a little piece of this cardboard here. I always take a little piece of cardboard, probably about the length of this here, right? And you're probably wondering, what's the big deal? Why would I want to go through that? Why do I want to do this here? Well, the reason why you want to do it is because if it's going to be close tied in to the unit here, you don't want this to scratch the unit. Okay? I'll try to get the widest spot here. And what you want to do is just go like this, folks. It's these little things that make a difference, believe it or not. Okay? Believe it or not, it does. It makes a difference. All right, let's just cut this piece off here. Leave that there for now. A little piece of tape here just to hold it in the meantime. Like this. Now, this is what I do all the time, folks. I mean, when I send stuff out, I make sure I don't want the thing to get damaged. Now, you might say, well, can this cardboard damage it? Not really. No, it won't scratch it. Not tonight. First, it's going to be in the back of the unit, not in the front of it. Okay, when you got things like that with plastic and like a cover like that, there, that type of look, the screen, you don't want to put it in front of it. Okay, let's get that over there. And that happens every now and then. The tape gets stuck on here. Let's see. Let's do it this way here. Because you want to try to get this as close as possible. Again, even if it does hit it, it's not going to scratch it. All right. There's always been a problem with this here, trying to get this on. That's why you need a little tape dispenser about like this here, just to get it in. You got to kind of like pin it up, and then I use the bigger tape to do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, folks. It doesn't have to be perfect. What you want to do is you just want to make sure that there stays nice. And the reason why I'm doing this, folks, is, in case you're wondering, is because when I put it in the box, I'm going to put other cardboard around it. I don't want it to get scratched. Okay, I don't want it to get scratched. That's why I do this here. All right, over here, and the excess over here, like this here. This piece of plastic is these are dry cleaning bags. To be honest with you, these are dry cleaning bags, and that's what I use them for. I don't get rid of them. They're clean. There's nothing wrong with them. And let's get this over here for a second here. It helps out, and that's why sometimes you got to use the bigger tape as well. I know it's a lot. People might say, "Geez, you got to do this." If you're doing this on a production thing, like if you got a lot of stuff to ship out, you're going to be all day doing this. Well, the thing is, when it comes to shipping stuff out, you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing here. You want to make sure everything's protected, to the best of your ability. You want to make sure everything looks good and stuff like that. Again, the impression you're gonna, it's your business, so you want it to look good. You know what I'm saying? You want a good reputation. Good packaging and so on and so forth. All right, let's get this here. Now, when it comes to this here, the instruction part of it, I like to fold it nice. All right, like this here, three-fold, whatever, tri-fold they call it. And again, always make sure you're giving them the right instructions. The other ones would probably work as well, to be honest with you. Okay, like that, and I include the packing slip right there, like this here. And again, I'm going to use some of this plastic here. Sounds crazy, right? Now people say, now you got to make a plastic jacket out of it, right? Well, yeah, because I don't want this stuff to get messed up in there. So I go through a lot of plastic at times, folks. I have to honestly say I go through a lot of plastic, but it's okay. I can only do stuff like this, folks. It's when it's really quiet, like when it's really slow. Today, I had a sale go out yesterday, and I made a sale yesterday. It's going to go out this morning, and the reason I'm kind of rushing is because, like I said, I gotta give it to the mailman. I don't, because of the gas situation, I don't drive my car around too much. You know what I'm saying? So I give it to the merry old mailman, and he will take it from there. Okay. Now you're probably saying, what's with all the tape here? Well, when you're cutting with these scissors, it doesn't always work that good, so you gotta go like this with it. These are my the way I like to ship. A lot of people may say, well, I'm not going to go through this here. I can only do this here, folks, when it's really quiet. You know what I'm saying? You can't do this. If I had a lot of these things, what I would do, if I was going to do stuff like this, I'd order this. I would order these things here. And, like these plastic jackets for it, whatever. Some people could just throw it in the box, just leave it like that. That's fine. You could do it if you want to. I don't do things like that. That's not the way I do things. See? And this one, you get it, it's got a little something just to protect it. Let's put a little piece over here to protect this part here. All right, and like this here. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very gently here put it over here like this at the bottom. You're probably saying, why am I putting it at the bottom? Well, I'm putting it at the bottom because when I pack it, you could do it on the top as well. It doesn't really matter. And you don't want to close this part. You just leave that open part because you want them to get it out. Like this here. I don't know if you guys like videos like this here. you know, showing you how I pack stuff. But okay, so now comes the box. All right, we don't do this guy here either. Let's put this inside here. All right, the box I have here is from Walmart. It's a 6x6, as you can see. See, the bulk of the beast, 666. Anyway, it is. This box is pretty good for it. It's going to be a little tricky because when you're putting it in here, you're going to have that. Well, you see it. You're going to have that wire. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, let's get this one taped up first. Let's get this guy taped up. Another thing too, I always like to make sure everything is nice and lined up. You know, I can only do stuff like this, folks, when the like I said again, when it's very wide. Make sure it's like that. I can only do this, see, when it's slow. And believe me, folks, this month has been slow for me. Seriously. You know, it's been slow here, like this here. I just try to keep the tape as neat as possible. And just one more right up. That's it. Like that. I always like to double tape it just to play it on the safe side. Alright. Okay. Now, when it comes to things of this nature, I want to double box it, okay? That's where this comes in handy. Okay? Now, it's over here, this here. A lot of people might not do this here. Again, like I said again, folks, I'm only doing it now because it is slow. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect either, by the way. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, this pen I think has about had it. Alright, get the scissor here. I'm going to cut in because sometimes it's a little, doesn't have to be perfect. People say, why don't you put another box? I could do that too, but I'm not going to. Makes it even more heavier. Okay, give it a little protection at the bottom there. Okay, we're gonna put paper there too, just to let you guys know. And then what I want to do then is I want to put them on the sides like this here. Okay. Or do like this here as well. Let's see. Sometimes I like just like this here. Well, you know what it is, folks? I had an experience like this here where I packed it really good, and when it got to the buyer, lo and behold, it was damaged. It was, I think it might have been electronic, I believe. Okay, and I'll just go like this here. Let me get my little knife to score it. And I put a claim into the Postal Service, and you know they made good on it. They made good on it. Just what I'm doing here, you probably wonder what I'm doing. I'm just scoring it over here. So I want this to fold down like this. Kind of like that. I want that to fold like that. Actually, I should have got a bigger piece here. I do have a bigger piece. Let me see. Bigger piece. Just to go all the way down. Hold on. I could save that for another one because I'd have another one. I'm going to have to ship the other one like this. So let's see here. Let's go like this here. Yeah, let's do it this way here. I want it to be a lot longer. Yeah. All right, let's go like this. Same thing. I'm going to use that for the other side too. Yeah. Let's let you guys see what I'm doing here. If I can get it work. Actually, I can just cut with the scissors. But it's all right with the utility knife. All right. Well, you know what it is, folks. I want this. You know what it is. I want to see it to get to the buyer in one piece, not in pieces, as I always say in my videos. And if you guys follow me or not. And it's really important when it comes to these things because for the simple reason is, you know, I'm not knocking the Postal Service or anything like that or these couriers. I know they handle a lot of packages and stuff like that, and you know, you got to be careful with this. Always lift it up a little when it comes to doing these things because you don't want to cut the item itself. Be careful with these things. Sometimes people might say, no matter how good you are or how good of a shipper you are, you know, I don't want to cut that plastic piece here. Some people say it doesn't matter how good of a shipper you are, these things are still going to get damaged. Yes and no, it depends. All right, let's get this over here. I don't know if you guys do what I do, but some of you may not. But I like to make sure these things get there, like I said, in one piece, not in pieces. You know. They might say, well, the back part's exposed. I'm not worried about it. I want to get the front here. I want to put one in the front. So let's go back with this again. All right, let's go be really quick here with this. I want it to be over the side of it. I want to protect it, so I'm going to go like this with it. Where's that pen? Okay. Let's go like this here. I'll use the knife. Oopsie. Okay. It's like that. I want it to be a little overhang anyway. I want it like that. Now, just to play it on the safe side, because this thing does move, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little paper over here. Just protect it. Get it out here. Just to protect the front of it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys might say, you go through a lot, but folks, I'm telling you, in the end, it'll pay you off in the end. It really does. It does pay you off in the end. All right. I know a lot of people, some of you sellers out there who do that, you know, who package stuff like that. A lot of you may do a little different. You probably might wrap it up in bubble wrap and throw it in a thing. You might not go through all of this like what I'm doing, but that's okay. You know what? However you pack, and as long as it gets to your buyer in one piece, like I always say, not in pieces, it's okay. That's all that matters. It's getting there in one piece. You know. Let's just get this over here. The reason I'm hurrying too is because the letter. Well, we got a little time. The mailman usually gets here around 9ish. It comes pretty early, so I want to try to get it to him. Like I said, it saves me a little time and trouble going to the post office. I'm not worried. This is a little bigger. Like that. And I'll get a little 4 corners. This. Like this here. Okay. Alright. I know this here is going to be sticking out. Oh, this came out. We don't want this to come out. We don't want this to come out. Okay, so let's put a little tape on that. I'm going to keep it like that for a second. Okay. And what I could do is, being that things like that, I could just go like this here. This right in there. Okay. Then we don't need this utility knife. I don't need a utility knife right now. At this point, I always have to cover that up. This over here. Let's see what we got over here now. Now comes the fitting in. Either or. I'd rather try to get it in this way here. Just a little like that. I'm not worried about the plug. It's not the plug I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the unit itself, the protection on the side here. I'm going to add another piece of cardboard right over here. What I want to do now with the paper, I use a lot of paper, folks. I don't use bubble wrap. Walmart the other day, and I was looking at their bubble wrap in there for a roll, yay big, right? Whatever, yay big, like this, whatever. They want like $17 or $16 and change for it. I said, I don't think so. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on bubble wrap. I mean, people may say it might be a lot easier going through all of this, but whatever. You know, you got to do whatever suits your needs. You know, whatever works for you. You know. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to throw another piece of cardboard right over here, where the glass, where the front frame is here. So I want to do that there again. You might say, geez, with all this here, you might be making the package a lot heavier, but you know what? I rather, even if it costs me just a little bit more money, like I said again, folks, the proof is in the pudding. You can look at the look at my feedbacks and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with the rest, I'm not going to put cardboard back here because that's the wire. Like this with this here. Right here. I will put a little. Well, I'll put it over here because I don't want this to be too much in the front. Wire here. That. And like I said, I'm not going to put anything in the front because I got double protection. Okay, on the side like that. And like this. And let's see, one more. here. And I'm hoping I'm going to get good feedback. I should. Okay. That should be enough, because this thing's well packed. Okay. And then we can pack it like this here. Like that. It's good to go. All right. You know what I noticed, folks? Another little tip I'll share with you guys. Whenever you're taping and you got half here and half here, bring it all the way down, because you know what I found out with this tape? Sometimes this will open up. So always, whenever you're doing it, close it down. And if you got things that have the same, like let's say you didn't have anything on any facing, like say it's all faced like this here, where you got no markings on it, and you're not sure what it is, just put a little thing on here like this, like a T, so you know that's the top. You see anything? So you know what it is, because you don't want the buy to open it this way. Now you probably, here's another little tip too I want to show you guys. You're probably wondering why I did that there, as far as with the cardboard on top. Not so much the bottom, but when the buyer gets it, remember they're going to get there. They're going to probably most likely use one of these to open it up, right? Like this here. If they cut too deep in here, they can cut the unit. That's why another reason why you want to add more more cardboard to it. So as you know, the cardboard's already protected in there, so it's double protected that way. All right. Just remember that, Dave. Because remember one thing: you got to look at how the buyers receive it. You know? When they get it, they're going to cut it open, and if they cut too deep and you got that thing right on the top, they're going to end up cutting that unit, okay? And then they're going to complain and say, well, it wasn't packaged properly. All right. So now, like I said, comes the other part when I print out. Now this here, it is a small box. When I have a lot of material like this here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down a little here. I'm not going to cut it off. Because I want them to see that's electronic device item, or electronic material as they put it here. I cut it down like this here, okay, like this, and we're going to pop it right over here. Now you might say, geez, where are you going to put your label? See, let me explain something to you guys really quick here. I use my printer here, my laser printer to print out my labels. I hate when that happens. Anyway, I use that there to print out my labels, and with your conventional label printer, you could print out. You're only going to print out, what is it, 4x6, right? Now, the 4x6, what would happen is you would take this here and you would print it and it would roll over this way, like that, right? I don't do it that way. You probably say, well, what about this? Where does this come into play? This guy is going to go right over here. All right? Put it right over here. This is my little advertisement, and I've been doing this here right along. That stays right there like that. Okay? This guy ain't going nowhere. They always say do the shake test. This ain't going nowhere. All right, let's get this out of here. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to printing, I use my printer here. Let me go back over here for a second here. Let's go back. Oops, sorry about the delay. I'm going to go back to my printer. Okay, here we are at the eBay website here, and as you can see, it says page ship now. So I'm going to go over here and going to click this on, and I have over here a little 10-pound. This is the 10-pound postage scale I bought from the United States Postal Service, only because it's 10 pounds. We're going to weigh it up, but at the same time, I'm going to go over here where it says more options. So it says more options over here. I'm going to click on more options. Okay, we're going to weigh this guy up. Just want to get the right information here. I'm going to hold it. Okay, and this comes to 1 pound 10 ounces. So the Postal Service rounds everything off 2 pounds. Ounces turn to pounds, so it's going to be 2 pounds, just like you see here. But here's the thing, folks. When you're doing this here, you want to put in the dimensions. So for this one here, it'd be 6, 6, and 6. I know it's crazy. And then when you click here to save it, it's going to recalculate it. And now over here, it'll say U.S. Postal Select 1085. Now in some cases, if you do to compare all services, you could get this here going, in some cases, a little more, a little less. Now here's what I always like to check out. Here it says USPS priority mail. It's $12.29. Again, now if you want to offer a better service, you could do that, but it's going to come out of your pocket because the buyer already allotted the $10.85, which in most cases you're going to use this. So what I do is on my sheet here, on my packet sheet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down here how many pounds it was, because I keep this for my records, and then I'm going to write over here how much it's going to cost. So I write the cost of it, $10.85, and it's going to go USPS Parcel Select. Okay. Now a Parcel Select, I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 5 to 7 days or something like that. Okay. And I'm going to put over here, I think it's 5 to 7 days. I think. Don't quote me on it. Let me see. Usually it tells you over here. No. Okay. All right. Well, usually we tell you this. Sometimes it does tell you. It'll tell you when you. I think when you're printing, when you're getting ready to do your listing, it'll show you when you pick out the different service. I think it tells you, if I'm not mistaken, how many days for delivery. You know. I think with the priority mail, it's usually. When was it there? I think 3 to 5 business days with the priority mail. With priority mail, first class mail, and I think with priority mail, well, priority mail is like between 1 to 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. If you have a padded envelope and this box would fit in there, then you could do it like that too. You could use a priority mail flat rate thing. It depends, but this box is too big for that thing. You know, I've done things like that where I had boxes and I put them in a priority mail, but they got to be narrow and stuff to fit in the envelope. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to move myself over here, and I'm going to purchase some print. All right, so we're going to purchase and print that there. And what I was talking about when I said how I could reduce the label, I'm going to show you that really quick over here. Like I said, I print everything out over here on my laser printer. Okay, so what's going on over here? Okay, it's going to give me, this is going to give me the options to change it around. I'm going to go over here like this and go to settings here. And I'm going to go over here where it says the size here, actual size. Well, I'm going to go to this one here where it lets me adjust the size. I'm going to click it down. Whoops, that's too small. I usually click it down to 70 if I can get this to work here. Wow, it's going really quick today. I think I clicked the button too quick. Oh, all right, I think I better type it in. All right. For some reason, it's going crazy today. All right, so we're gonna print out the label. That's at 70%, and I'll show you. I'm gonna show you exactly the person's addressing me, of course. But anyway, so what I do is then let's go back over here again. Let's go open the screen up here, and let's go over here for a second here, and I'm going to show you what I do. Now I got the size here. You see how small it is? Can you see that? It's small. Take the scissors, and what I do is go like this here. I saved this paper, folks. That's for the next time when I have to ship that label out. And here it's just a matter of trimming it down. Again, then you might say, yeah, but if you have a big bulk of packages going out, you know, you got tons of packages going, you're not going to go through this now. As I said earlier, folks, I'm only able to do it because it's a one-on-one thing, okay? Sales are slow. I have to honestly say, for me, it's been slow. No, if I did it like this here, then I would invest and get one of those printers. Right now, I don't need it. It doesn't justify the expense right now, okay? Now, what I got to say one thing, maybe you can do it the other way, I don't know. What I like about doing it this way here is I get to get the size of it. Look how small it is. And you might say, yeah, but can they read it? Oh, they could read it. Believe me, they could read it. If I could read it, they could read it, okay? So that's how I do it with that one there, okay? So let me just get this out of here and I tape it up. And this way, when the merry mailman comes, it will be ready to go, okay? And like I said again, folks, I've been doing it like this for many, many years. Okay. Many years I've been doing this here. Okay, like this. Alright. And there you have it. There you have it. Nice little small little label. Okay? That's how you have it. It fits perfect. Alright. That's all I have for you guys right now. Let me go back here. I don't know how long this video is going to take. I'm stuck in time here. What do you call it? I hope this video helped out. It's just like a little friendly reminder of, you know, how I like to ship. And if you're shipping things similar, like I said, like that other one there, make sure you take the time and, you know, make sure you compare the two, because I was almost going to send the one with the mirrored face on it. I almost sent that one out thinking, oh, this is what they want. You know, sometimes we get caught up in within our business day, and we don't think about it, and next thing you know, you're sending stuff out, and then the buyer gets it, and unless the buyer says, well, I ordered a different model here, or in some cases, maybe they might want to say, hey, I got a better model here for the same price, They're both the same price anyway, but you just want to make sure when it comes to shipping stuff out that you're doing it right, okay? All right, anyway, that's all I have for you. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I hope you don't find it too boring. Some people may, but I don't know. I hope not. I just wanted to just share with you guys on how I like to ship my stuff out, and that's how I like to do it, guys. So that's it. That's all I have for you right now. I will talk to you the next time. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Have a great day. And if you are a seller on eBay or think on selling on eBay, if you are, I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until the next time, bye-bye for now.